Views refer to the individual pages that CakePHP serves up. Each view displays certain content depending on its function. We have created a few views already in our catalog website. The following will be a refresher. All views are located in the App View directory. Inside that directory, the views are sorted into folders based off of the controller name. View names are based off of the controller action. We can override this default functionality of the controller action name matching up with the view name by rendering a different view. We use this, render, and we pass in the parameter the view that we would like to use for that particular action. We have used this in our search action in the items controller. All views can be extended from a common view. When you extend a view, you are in essence creating a parent view which will hold similar information that will be used in other detailed views. Detailed views are the regular views associated with the controller actions. Common views are located in the App Views directory inside the Common folder. You can name the common view however you like, but I would still follow the view naming convention, which is all lowercase and underscores separating each of the words. An example for use of a common view is that each normal view or detailed view has the same header code, and the only thing different is the title inside the code. In order to extend the view, each common view must have a fetch content block of code. We will also need to add another fetch block to the common view layout, this time giving it a detailed name of what it's going to hold. In our detailed view, we will need to add 2 lines of code, 1 to extend the common view, and 2 to assign the title. Here's an example of what the code would look like. We would type this, extend, and then for the parameter, we're passing in the new view that we would like to extend. We use the full path based off of the App Views directory, so we're in the Common folder and we're using the View template. The second line of code is the assign method, so we would say this, assign, and the first parameter is the matching parameter from the common view, in this case title, and the second parameter is the value that we want to assign to that title. In order to better understand extending views, I've made this visual representation. First we have the layout. Inside the layout we have the fetch content block. Then we have our common view. Inside here we have a fetch block with a parameter of title. That title parameter can be named anything that you want. It'd be best to keep it something relevant to what you're actually passing in. And last we have our regular view or detailed view. Inside here we have our 2 lines of code extending the common view and assigning the title. So how this works is we have the view, we're extending the common view, and then we have the assign title. This is basically saying the title block in the common view, give it a name of new title. Anything left over in our HTML code is basically put into the fetch content block of the common view. From there, the common view is in essence bundled up and also stored into the fetch content block of the layout. We can also extend our CSS based on our view template. This allows us to have certain styles loaded on specific pages. The layout will need to contain a fetch block with a parameter of CSS for this to work. After what we learned in extending views, you would hope and possibly wish extending CSS calls were as easy as using the assign method, but it's not. In order to add the styles to your header tag from your views, you need to use the HTML helper. This particular helper has changed in the newest version of CakePHP 2.4 and above. For our version, we are going to use the code exactly as follows and use the parameters as indicated. We will cover the new HTML CSS call later in the module. For our version of CakePHP, we'll be using this HTML, CSS method, and then we have 3 parameters we'll be passing in. The first is the style sheet name, and we know that it should be located in the webroot CSS folder. The second parameter is null. The third parameter is an associated array, which has a key of inline and a value of false. Let's go ahead and implement the information we just learned about views.